here's how I find it to work the best. When I do the back blade, I'll bring the blade part. You know, if this is the bucket, we'll say, the blade being down here, I bring the blade part so that it's like this. So it's actually scraping right down tight against the ground. That's if I'm cleaning. Now, I'm not cleaning, I'm spreading. So I'll still do the same thing, but not as far down. So I can kind of get it evened out a little bit. Then I take the bucket and I do it this way so that the bottom, the flat part of the bucket, is scraping the ground. Because then it's going to give me shiny and dull spots. The shiny spots are the high spots. The dull spots are the low spots. So that tells me if it's even or not. So I want to keep going back and forth with that blade flat until most of it is all shiny. And then that'll kind of tell me that most of it is even. You kind of get the picture. You can see a little bit over there. Now none of this is really even yet. I just started to move it around. So I still have to work at it. But I also want to do a little bit more with the blade this way and kind of get some of the heavy stuff out of the way. Even though I'm not going to put it all the way down because I don't want to pull it out. I just want to straighten it out a little bit. And then once I get it kind of straightened, then I'll flatten out the bucket and work the bottom so I can see the highs and the lows. And then we'll just have to scuff it up. Meanwhile, there's a lot of worms in there. I was surprised. You know, you don't see them when it's in a pile. And over here, there's about 2 feet deep. There's a hole. It's about 2 feet by maybe 2 feet by 5 feet. That's also filled. Because I started putting this dirt into the hole. And I was going to just keep it and twist it in the hole, but you've seen how it piled up. So if I need to, I can dig some of that out and fluff it up and fill it in with some other stuff, or just leave it alone. Looks like I got more than enough to do what I got to do by the time I'm done spreading it around. So, alright, yeah, so I got to fill in over there a little bit more. Right about to that green pole, if you see it. See the white pole up there on top? The green pole comes down, so that I want to come across to the front of this water jug. That's water tank. That's going to have my tea mix in it. Basically what that is, it's coffee, you know, leftover coffee, tea grounds, some vegetables, anything that's going to just decay, you know, and then there's a little drain on the bottom so I can fill a jug up or put a hose on it, and it'll siphon feed, and I can just water all the plants with it. So, and it sits in there just growing better. I throw a couple leaves in there, you know, get a real tea brew going. So I want to bring it across, and then I want to bring it even with this fence here. And then I will fence this in, a little piece over there in the back. However, I still want them to be able to get around if they come over. I don't want them to have to worry about going, stopping, and going back. So I won't bring the fence up quite as close to the water bucket there, or the tank. Alright, so that's where we're at. I'm going to clean that up right now. I'm going to get that out of the way. And then I'm going to get the old grill out of the way. And then I'm going to clean all that out.